Hello everyone. Welcome to Startup Academy, which is an exclusive coaching for ISS exam only. We are covering the topic sampling techniques, and now in today's lecture we will start with the new sampling technique which is known as double sampling. So let us begin. Double sampling. Till now we have been learning about single sampling, in which only we have to find in which we had two variables, y and x, where y is the study variable and x was our auxiliary variable. Auxiliary variable is the one which provides some information or which is pre-known to for the study variable, and both of them are highly correlated. As x provide information on y, so this must be highly correlated. And here always x bar was known. Mean of auxiliary variable is known. This is, we are talking about the single sampling. All of this is about single sampling, in which we had done ratio estimator, product estimator, and regression estimator. Now in double sampling also the techniques are same: ratio estimator, product estimator, and regression estimator, but the main properties of double sampling is different. What is double sampling? First of all, why does this arise? Why does this concept arise? In double sampling, we again have two variables: y, which is study variable, and x, which is auxiliary variable. But here, the auxiliary mean of auxiliary variable is unknown to us. It is not known. Since it is not known, we cannot directly apply those methods of regression estimator, ratio estimator, and product estimator. For this, firstly, we will divide our sample into two parts. Firstly, we will take the sample from the population of a bigger size, suppose small n, and then from that we will take a subsample of n of size n dash. So from the first sample, now when x bar is unknown, there arises two cases. Firstly, we can take sample including the study variable only. So we can take sample which includes y only, so that we can find estimation of population mean. Or the second method, which is known as the double sampling, is we take a large preliminary sample. Why are we taking large sample? Because as we take large sample, we know that we'll get a good estimator. The variation in the sample is reduced. That is why we take in large sample. Then find mean of estimation of mean of auxiliary variable, and using mean of auxiliary variable, we can find mean of population mean, estimation of population mean. So the first part is difficult because x and y are highly correlated. So in some of the data we can get only y's, but in most of the data those are intertwined together. But the second part is our double sampling technique. So the double sampling technique says that take the sample, a large preliminary sample. These are divided into phase two phases, phase one and phase two. Phase one, we take a large preliminary sample of auxiliary variable of size small n. We take it to find the mean estimator of auxiliary variable. At phase two says that take a smaller subsample of size n dash, which is less than n, from phase 1 to find mean estimator of population. These are the two phases that are included in double sampling. Now, what are the things that double sampling, characteristics of double sampling? It is cheap and efficient. Second is randomization. Occurs twice. In single sampling, randomization was only one time, but here, first of all, we are taking randomly sample from the population, and then we are taking subsample from the second sample. So there are two times, randomization is twice as compared to the first sample. And the third one is X and Y are highly correlated. It has to be highly correlated. If it is not, then what's the point of calculating the sample? Because the value of rho, correlation coefficient, is very high, right? Now we can consider that number of samples drawn from phase 1. Now we know that we can draw the sample with simple random sampling, either using with replacement method or without replacement method. Let us say we are drawing with simple random sampling without replacement method. We are taking this method. All right. So number of sample drawn from phase 1, population sizes, capital N, and sample sizes, small n. So it will be number of sample drawn in phase 1 will be NCN. Let us consider this as M naught. And number of samples drawn in phase 2, here subsample size is n dash, small n dash. So our sample size would be n, it will be small n to small n dash Cn. Let us consider it as M1. Right? Now we know that we can draw So let us consider the outline or the diagram of this sampling. Here, this is population. Size capital N. Now from this population, we will first move to phase 1. In phase 1, we select sample of size small n. And from this, we go to phase 2 and we select a sample, subsample of size n dash. Here, number of sample is equals to m naught, and here number of sample is equals to m1. This is large sample and this is small subsample. So this is the diagram of double sampling. Now, like double sampling, in which we have only two phases, we can also have multi-state sampling. In multi-state sampling, there are more than two phases. Suppose we have to consider, suppose we are checking the income of any of people, and we have to take the sample of whole of India. So first of all, we will select the states. Then we will select the cities, states and union territories. Then we will select the districts. And after that, we will select the villages or zones. So there are four stages in this, four phases in this multi-state sampling. Now, don't confuse it. We'll be also doing two-state sampling, multi-state sampling. Don't confuse it with double sampling. These are two different topics. So now let us take the estimation. Estimation of double sampling. We know that in double sampling, the estimation is the product of two variables. So let us consider, let tau be the statistic obtained. Let tau be the statistics obtained at second phase of double sampling. Tau ij is distributed where I goes from 1 to m naught for phase 1 and j goes from 1 to m1 for phase 2. So this is and pij be the probability that ith sample is selected in phase 1 and jth sample is selected at phase 2. Right? So now we know that estimation of tau can be written as estimation 1 into estimation 2 of tau. There will be two estimations, first for phase 1 and second for phase 2, where estimation 1 is the estimation over phase 1 and estimation 2 is the estimation over phase 2. These are the two estimations. So we can write it as estimation of tau will be equal to, now estimation, this can be written as summation I goes from 1 to m naught, summation j goes from 1 to m1, pij into tau ij. Now we all know that probability of A intersection B is equals to probability of A into probability of B given A. Similarly, Pij can be written as summation I goes from 1 to m naught, summation j goes from 1 to m1. Pij can be written as Pi into Pj given I, tau ij. This can be further written as summation I goes from 1 to m naught Pi into summation j goes from 1 to m1 Pj given I into tau ij, where this is due to first stage or first phase and this is due to second phase. So this is the estimation of our double sampling. I hope you understood. This is a little harder concept, so we'll take it slowly. Tomorrow in the next lecture, we'll be doing the variation, and again we'll be applying the three estimators: product, regression, and ratio in the same double sampling as we applied for single sampling. Till then, you can rewatch. You can watch this lecture again if you didn't understand, and if you have doubts, you can ask in the comment box or on WhatsApp channel. Only relevant doubts will be answered. This video or this series of lectures are only for ISS aspirants for statistics. So people who are aspiring to be an ISS officer, we are focusing on those only. And this has to be in English because when we'll be going in the examination hall, the answers are required to be in English. So if we are not studying it in English, then there it will be very difficult for us to answer the question. So I hope you all so do it in English only. I would recommend you to do it in English. If we do it here in bilingual language and there you'll be confused what to write and what not to write. I am telling you the exact matter what you have to write in the exam. That would be very beneficial for you to clear the exam cutoff. So I hope you got what we have done today. All the best. Thank you.